might be a little controversial because we're in the conversation about millennials, and we talk a lot about being user-driven, and design thinking really, I think, fuels this conversation that you should ask people what they want and then create that. And Steve Jobs famously said people don't actually know what they want. If you ask people what they want, they wouldn't say the iPhone. They'd say like a faster horse. Like, I just want to get places faster. And so I say that with like a caveat of, while I think it is true that we have to bring my generation in as co-producers, we also have to acknowledge that a lot of us don't have the background, right? I didn't grow up with a formal Jewish education. I had to build that over years. And the reason I built that was because I had Jewish leaders, and I had people who were educated, and I found rabbis and people who had a lot of knowledge. And I turned to them to start acquiring it on my own. So while I think we do need to empower millennials to become co-producers, we also have to trust those of the old guard will say, what do you know and what do you have to bring? What is your expertise? And not how can you shove it down someone's throat or say how this will always how it is, but we do need to also value what has come before and understand that people want content. I think we've gotten into this belief that people want to water down Judaism so it's cool or so it's digestible. But in my experience at Base, millennials are really blown away by, let's say, the Talmud, maybe the most traditional Jewish text, right? Because it's complex and it's controversial and it makes no sense. And that's what the world looks like today. We're living out the debates of the Talmud in a very different time, but the same complexity and the same ironies exist. So I think we have to trust people, that we can give them the content, and we can't forget that in the co-production side of the conversation.